Hey everybody, it's John from our Hodgepodge Homestead. Today for the ugly chicken cook-off, I'm going to do chicken pot pie. So that's going to take canned chicken. I'm going to use frozen vegetables today just because I think if I use my canned potatoes and carrots, I think they'd probably get mushy. So I got some frozen carrots. I got some frozen, like potatoes O'Brien is what I bought. And I got some frozen onion. I'm using pre-made dough for the pie crust because I just had so much going on outside. I'm trying to get everything done out there. I didn't want to take the time to roll out the dough and make all the dough, so I'm cheating. We're going to use some flour. We're going to use some dried thyme. We're going to use some dried sage and some seasoned salt. What I'm going to start off with right down here. See if I can move you down and not make it too annoying. Trying out something new here. Okay. What I'm going to start off with is I'm going to get some butter melted. Maybe, there we go. You want to melt this real slow. You don't want to burn it or get it browned. So once we get melting here, what I'm going to add to this, I got my directions right here. If you've not watched any of the ugly chicken cook-offs yet, whoa, I'm all crooked here. There we go. If you haven't watched any of the ugly chicken cook-offs yet, Lisa from Sutton's Days, Linda's Pantry, Tuli Lou Creates, Jenny Goff, and yours truly, our Hodgepodge Homestead. I'm John. Heather is not home right now, so that's why it's probably going to do a lot of editing on this. But anyway, let me get you started down here. Get this butter going. Yep, it's as low as it will go, and I'm already not doing very well with it. One thing we need to do here shortly, let's get a new stove. Okay, so this is pretty much all melted. I'm gonna add a half a cup of onions. Right down in there. I'm only gonna cook these till they get translucent. Translucent's like almost see-through, clear. You see down in there? Yeah, it smells good. It smells real good. Okay, while that goes down a little bit more, let's see. What we're making is a gravy here, so once these onions clear up a little bit, just about there. It's the joy of using frozen. It goes a lot faster than if I would have used fresh onion. Okay. I'm going to add the potatoes O'Brien. And I'm doing 2 pies because if I open up a whole can of chicken, that would fill up a pie by itself. So I'm actually going to add a little bit more potatoes O'Brien to the mix here. That's about a cup is what I added. And I'm going to add some carrots. I might add a few more carrots in that. That was the whole bag, so that was a cup of carrots. We're going to get these going real good. All right, we're going to add a half a cup of all-purpose flour. There's our half cup of all-purpose flour going in. I'm gonna get this, making it like a roux. Once we get that flour incorporated with the butter and the potatoes and the onions. All right, we're gonna let this go for about 30 seconds. And I'm gonna add chicken broth, our homemade chicken broth. We're gonna do 2 cups of chicken broth. And goes 1. That's 1 cup. There you go. 2 cups of chicken broth. Okay. We're going to stir this up real good. Looks pretty good. All right, this is starting to thicken up pretty nice. But I'm going to add a cup of milk. And you want to bring this to a boil now. And once it comes to a boil, you do not need to boil it any longer because it won't get any thicker after it boils. We're a long way from boiling. All right. So we're going to add a teaspoon of seasoned salt. We're going to add 1/4 teaspoon black powder, or black pepper, I'm sorry. We're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of dried thyme leaves and crunch them up real good. And I'm going to also add 1/4 teaspoon of sage because I love sage with chicken. I remember when I first started watching videos on YouTube to learn how to cook and can and all that kind of stuff. I remember Linda's Pantry is one of the first people I really started watching. And she had 2 dogs, I believe Strut and Sage were their names. Yep. I've got a black lab named Archer, Wally, a chocolate lab named Archer, and my son has a mixed breed. His name is Pfeffernuss. Pfeffernuss. All right, I'm also going to add some garlic. Quarter teaspoon. I just thought that would be nice to add in. Okay, now once this comes to a boil, I'm going to add my chicken and I'm going to drain it. Heather's actually out of town right now, so what we're going to be doing is once I've uploaded this video, she's actually going to instruct me on how to put it in the computer. Yeah, I'm laughing too. Because when you get to computer illiteracy, how's the old saying go? It's got my picture next to it. Okay, it's not quite to a boil yet, but it's coming close. All right, what I'm gonna do is, you guys have seen all this before, canned ugly chicken. I'm gonna break it up in a little bit smaller pieces. This is gonna be so good. I've done this with venison also. And like I said, when you do it and you make your own pie crust, major, major difference. I'm sure these crusts are gonna be fine. I was actually at the store this morning looking for the pre-made pie crusts, and I couldn't find them. I found these little croissant things, so I called my mother-in-law to ask her about it. I didn't get a hold of her, but I did find a lady who was nice enough to tell me that the things I were looking for were in a different section of the store. But she told me that I could go ahead and use these other things anyway. So my mother-in-law did get a hold of me later, and she asked me what I wanted, and I told her, and she goes, "Oh, well, I don't know. I always make my crust." So there you have that. All right, keep my hands rinsed off here real quick. All right, we're starting to roll a little bit here. I want it to thicken up a little bit more. Kind of soupy right now, but we'll be all right. It'll get there. Especially once we add the chicken. So the Ugly Chicken Cook-Off was a dream child of Sutton's Days, Lisa Sutton at Sutton's Days. And I think it's been pretty cool. If you've not seen them before, we'll have a link in our channel as to where to find all the other ones at. And once you find them, if you like the videos, press the like button. Press the button that says you want to follow those people and be a subscriber to their channel. That helps us all out in doing what we do. More subscribers we get, the better our content can be. It helps us out. Really ain't helping us out that much yet, but we're small time still, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We're coming up on 6,000 subscribers, so I think that's pretty cool. Okay, this is thickening up really nice, so I'm going to turn the heat off. Once it comes to a boil, it's as thick as it's going to get, so you turn the heat off. That's one of those old things. It's not going to get any thicker. All right. In goes the chicken. And I'm going to add this chicken here too. No sense in just leaving that little bit laying around. So there we go. All right, I'm gonna mix this chicken in. Smelling pretty good. Okay, cover it. And now, I'm gonna go over here, so I'm gonna move you around real quick. Okay, this way. I got my pie crust, and what you wanna do when you lay your pie crust down in your pan is you wanna push it right in. Oh, I gotta preheat my oven. Dang. 375, we're gonna bake this at 375 for 45 to 60 minutes, depending on how your stove works. Mine will probably be 60 minutes. Okay, so I've got these little rolled up things. Note to self, when you do these, they have to sit out for about a half hour to an hour to thaw. Okay, open that up, and I'm gonna put it in kind of like half and like that. Okay, I'm also going to grab an egg. Get that chunk of shell out of there. All right, put that right there. Gonna add just a little bit of water. Okay, we're gonna get this all mixed up here. We're gonna get a spoon. I'll move this right to here. Move you guys down just a little bit. And I'm sorry this video is all over the place. Usually when I do these type, Heather's right here, she can help me. All right, so we're gonna scoop this in. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna have enough for two. I really thought that I would have enough for two. Okay, that's about all. I'm gonna add a little bit more right here. All right. Put this back over here on the side. Now, so I folded this in threes. So I'm gonna lay this right here, open it up, and fold it all the way across. Now what I wanna do is push this down into the other crust, okay? And then I'm gonna start bending it over. I'm already coming out. All right. I'm going to try to pinch this together. Now, I'm not a baker, as you can see, and I don't work with dough often. So, probably isn't going to be that pretty, but when it comes to food, who needs pretty, right? All right, I'm going to take this egg, and I'm going to kind of paint the egg all over it. It'll help the dough brown. I do know that. Fresh eggs. I can smell the chicken and the potatoes and everything inside here. Okay. Now what we also want to do is put a couple holes in here so that when it steams, it all has a place to go. All right. I'm waiting for the oven to come up to heat. So I'll get some things put away real quick. So I'm going to pause the video, and once it is done from the oven, I'll be back with you guys. See you. All right, so it's been almost 50 minutes. I just took it out of the oven. Let me show you here real quick. It looks super, super good. Smells like Thanksgiving Day. All right, check out this pie. I'm gonna go straight across. Crusty. I don't know if I could have, I've done pie crust before. Like I said, I made venison pie before. Ooh, it was pretty steamy. Might be too hot to try. But I'm gonna cut a chunk, I'm gonna cut it in half. And then I'm gonna cut it again in a quarter of that half. Whoa, pretty juicy. I don't know. Time will tell here. Let's see if, try a piece of that crust. That's really good so far. Bring my plate right over to it. What do you think about that? That looks pretty good, doesn't it? All right, let's check this out. Looks pretty good. I'm thinking hot sauce, but you guys know me in hot sauce if you followed any of my cooking videos. All right, let's give this a shot. Get a carrot in there. Look at that. Pretty hot. I think I might wait just a second. It's hot. I tell you what, this is the first time I've ever made this, and I don't know if that's the way you're supposed to do it on video. That's probably why I was a little lost and a little confused in doing it. But boy, I'm doing all the wrong dinners for summer coming up. This is another one of those come in from cutting wood or come in from hunting or come in from watching a cold football game, jamming down on some of this. Again, I think it was some hot sauce. And I think I would have added a little bit more seasoning to it. A little bit more sage, a little bit more thyme, but salt and pepper is perfect. A1 right here, guys. So, if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, go and check out everybody else's channels on Ugly Chicken Cook-Off for the month of May. Like and subscribe to them too. They're all great people. And it's these people that teach you how to do things. Not so much me. I'm still learning from them. I still watch their videos, and I still learn a lot from all of them. So from here at the Hodgepodge Homestead, you know how it goes. We like making our chicken pot pie out of our ugly chicken, and you guys should too. See you later.